whatever I had decided earlier on the early Kadambas of Goa, then I thought, while going into the details, the funny part, one of the very difficult part that in Goa we are having the lithic age remains, but we do not have any chalcolithic. All on a sudden, after lithic age and your megalithics and everything, we are having the early historical. So yesterday I was discussing with Honorable President of Mythic Society, Nagaraj, who is here. I have two submissions to him. One is to carry out extensive survey of Goa, at least to find out how the culture is evolved. From the megalithic it started directly to early historical, or some chalcolithic evidences is there or not. Even Iron Age remains is there or not. And one more thing, whenever we talk about maritime history or maritime archaeology of this part of our country, there is very much limited information, particularly on Karnataka. So since the day when I came into contact with Professor Sundara, Parigarji, Kurishete, so many scholars, including Mangala and Sova, Aruni, I used to talk to them very often. Why can't, the universities or the organizations suggest some students to carry out the exploration, though Dr. Aruni, Professor Dr. Patilji and so many, they have carried out some explorations. And recently I came to know there is one Dr. Murugesh. He is doing some work, okay? Unless until we do the survey, proper systematic survey, we cannot, and we do not have the evidences, we cannot correlate. No doubt we have the Roman period, Roman coins and everything, but this is highly essential. And my request, sincere request to Nagarajji for these two things, and to organize at the earliest possible with the available evidences on maritime archaeology of Karnataka, so it will encourage the students to pursue their, research. And these are the information we are getting from the geographers of Greek geographers, how they have interpreted Goa. And like Pericles is talking about Nelkinda, and Ptolemy is mentioning that Goa could be as a Melinda, like that. But no doubt we have clear-cut information about Goa from the Arab period onwards. People have worked on it, even with one Dr. Ellen Swami and the Goa University, one professor is there, I forgot his name. He has also written something about Goa, Dr. B.S. Sastri and one Shyamkant Bhatt, I hope. Shyam Bhatt. In later Kannada period, Kannada like that. But we do not have any clear evidences of early historical. Okay. So if we will see the history of Goa, particularly maritime activities, Chandor, Gopakapatana or Gobapuri is a later period, then Old Goa. The thing is after Chandor, if we will see the map of this Chandor is here, and the main river was river Juari, then it is river Parada, okay. And Harris in his publications he has mentioned that in 1920s also, the ships which were coming from Mumbai, they used to bring furniture and other cargo, and it was unloaded in Chandrapur and at Chandrapur. And the excavations by James Howell and Kennett and Archaeological Survey of India, because we had carried out explorations on behalf of NIO, then we located that there could be a moat. And there was some Rajvi. This we informed to that time Dr. Rao was there, JVP Rao and others, because we had close interactions with Goa Archaeology and Marine Archaeology of NIO, and we had gone there. Then they subsequently carried out excavations, and during excavations, they found these are the structures which is published in the Indian Archaeology Review. Okay. And there is a moat is there, there is one straight road is there, they have found some early historical pottery, and this Nandi is very well known since Dr. Rao's excavation, S.R. Rao's excavation when he was based in Aurangabad. And this is the Gopakapatna Rajpath. What had happened during this Kadamba period, after Jayasimha or during someone's rule, the capital shifted from Chandur to Gopakapatna. And Gopakapatna is on the bank of river Juari, and this is the 20-meter width road. They call it is a Rajvidhi. Okay. After that, you have to go a little bit, then you have to cross the one hill, then Old Goa comes. Okay. Why the ports of India has been keep on changing? There are 2-3 things. One, we have to take the political history of the, attacking by the neighboring dynasties and all those things. The most other aspect is your natural factors like tectonic activities, sedimentation, okay, or change of the river course, so many other factors. So this could have been a region, so they shifted from Chandur to Gopakapatna, and from Gopakapatnam to Ella Old Goa, because river Mandavi coming from the sea, Arabian Sea, it was very close by. Okay, 10 kilometers, but from Juari to Chandur is around 35 to 40 kilometers. So this also helped to the people of the rulers to have a settlement in Old Goa. And these are the findings. Another interesting thing is this, though Gopakapatna was a port, there are no archaeological evidences, but in nearby to Gopakapatna there is a church called Pilar Church, okay, and one Father Cosme, he has explored that area, and according to him, during desiltation of one tank, he found these remains, and he is claiming that this is a Roman emperor. Unless until you analyze it and see it carefully, you cannot draw the conclusion. And these are the later period findings. And these are the Roman coin he has found in the Pillar Pond or water tank. But between 1925 to 32, 13 gold coins found in Fonda area, and that was been handed over to one officer of Portugal administration. He sent it to Portugal. Now nobody knows where those are coins, but with a lot of trouble, Dr. Nambirajan and S. Suresh, they have published one paper, and this I got it, and this is unknown to almost every Goan scholars. Okay, this Roman coin finding. And these are the caps of my colleague Rohit. Some time back he presented it. Those are belonging to early Kadamba period. And another interesting thing is this, here is evidence of Kadamba period gold coin. My colleague Gautam, he will be presenting more on it. The interesting thing is, since there is a boat belonging to Kadamba period, so I thought definitely the Kadamba period had a strong maritime activities, particularly of Goa. I have very limited knowledge about the Kadambas of Karnataka area, how much they had overseas trade contact. But Goa Kadambas, they had a strong maritime this one. Even in Kadamba period inscriptions, there is a reference that the Goa Kadamba ruler had a fleet up to from Goa to touching up to Lakshadweep. And they had frequently traveling from Goa, Gopakapatna to Somanath in present day Gujarat. And Somanath was their main deity. And these are the later period evidences of Kadamba period. And coming back to maritime context of West Coast, yesterday I spent some time in the library of Mythic Society. I am very much thankful that they have a very good collection, and it is really very good source for the youngsters. So while going into these things, I found the Roman coins found in somewhere in Majestic area or Yaswantpur area, and these are the things. But during my visit, on the part of our National Maritime Heritage Complex work to Department of Archaeology based in Mysore, I saw that findings of Calcutta excavation. Okay, and this is a Roman coin mold, and they have displayed the original thing. I could see it, and this I have taken from Dr. Narasimha Murthy's book, but I have the photograph of the original findings. Okay, coming back to the maritime context of Gujarat to Roman world, see, during our exploration, underwater exploration in Gujarat, Bet Dwarka, there are 2-3 things. Dwarka, people tell so many things. There are 3 to 4 Dwarkas. We have carried out underwater explorations. I was associated with Dr. Rao since 1988 till his demise. And we have carried out in underwater Dwarka as Bet Dwarka. We found these amphoras and these lead ingots, and this is a cooking stove kind of thing from Bet Dwarka waters dateable to 3rd, 4th century AD. And these are from Maharashtra and Goa. You know, Chaur was one of the important port of Maharashtra, and Elephant Island. Very limited, information is available on Elephant Island. But in Elephant Island, there are 3 places, areas called Morabandar, Seth Bandar, and Rajbandar. Rajbandar was the later period port, and where the wharf has been excavated, that dateable to Rashtrakuta period. But Morabandar, if you will go during low tide, even you will find Kalachuri coins. And from the Rajbandar, the main entrance, earlier it was called Gharapuri. When the Portuguese came, they found one elephant at the entrance of the island. So they called it Elephant Island. Since then it is known as Elephant Island. But it is called Gharapuri. Even today, during low tide, you will find amphoras and other kind of pottery. And these are from Pattanam in Kerala. Yeah, there are 2 important sites where we have direct contacts. Direct naval, maritime contacts. Ships were coming. We are having the strong evidence. One is Pattanam and another is Arikamedu. Arikamedu is on the east coast and Pattanam is in the Kerala area. And this has been excavated by KCHR, Kerala Council of Historical Researchers. Dr. Cherian had excavated. He had found a lot of evidences, but here I am showing only the amphora replications, because these kind of amphora sorts has been reported from there. And besides that, you see from Isle in Kerala, these Roman coins has been found. Again, overseas contact. Now we will see what findings we are having from India as well as in Roman world. And this is the Roman type of ship they were using. And here in Alagankulam excavations by the Department of Archaeology, Tamil Nadu, they have found this spot said on the related where there is a graffiti of a Roman boat. And see, prior to the beginning of the Suez Canal, in the early historical period, from the after what has happened, there is a strong belief by the scholars that after the decline of Harappan trade, there was a dark age. Friends, there was no dark age, there were limited knowledge, and different discussions has been taken place among the scholars. But in Chalcolithic period, there was also maritime trade, which came down slowly. Because then we became little bit like soon after the COVID, to some extent, the economy of almost every country declined. Okay, then again it took up because a lot of efforts. Like that, after the decline of Harappan culture, there was a slowdown of the maritime trade. Okay, and those days the trade was going from Persian Gulf to Roman world. Because we are having some evidences of Egypt and all kind of things from Lothal and other sites. Okay, here what was happened from that time, 3rd century BC onwards, the Romans started coming. You know why? See, we can reconstruct this history based on the available document of our later period. That is after the arrival of the Vasco da Gama. See, those days he came from the Atlantic Ocean. But here what was happening, they were coming from Alexandria, okay? They were taking River Nile. From River Nile, here there is Maya Hermos and Berenike and Kaptos. There are some other sites. What they were doing, because there are clear-cut evidences, they were coming by the boat, they were dismantling the boat at along the river Nile, then they were taking the caravan route, they were reaching to the nearest port, from there again they were building that ship, it was coming. Okay, those evidences are there, and Indian teak wood had been reported from the excavations of those sites. Okay, and Indian teak wood not only important today, it is since Harappan times. During Harappan times, the teak was going to Sumer. And this is another map. Okay, in the maritime trade, there are few evidences. Among others, I have taken the pottery. In the pottery, NBP and related ware has played an important role, and knobbed ware has played an important role in the Southeast Asia and India. To some extent, little evidences in the West Coast. Okay, and here you see this is the Ajanta painting. Ajanta painting, I have to lot of is there. This is the, I thought here we can discuss more, so it is a new information. Okay, this is the Ajanta painting where you can see the boat. This is the first evidence of boat on a ship in Indian context. And this is another painting how the people from foreigners, they are giving they are bringing this pottery with wine. This is the distribution of NBP pottery, and these are the NBP pottery found in India. And this is the another related pottery in India, and these are the related pottery. Related pottery during NBP period, India had contacts only with Sri Lanka, not beyond. Okay. During related period, we are having the evidences of Roman contact in Southeast Asia. Whatever is mentioned in the literature and other things, those are of the later period. Archaeologically, we do not have any evidence prior to Mauryan period with Sri Lanka and later period during related ware. And you see the distribution of related ware both along the Persian, the Mediterranean, the Red Sea coast and Persian Gulf, as well as in the Southeast Asia area. And these are the pottery related ware has been found in different parts of the Red Sea coast and Southeast Asia. And these are the torpedo jars. Okay, soon after Roman Emperor, these started coming to India. And who were the mariners in India? No doubt Hindu people were there. Jainus had some restrictions according to their customs and belief. But who were the main mariners? The Buddhists were the main mariners. And this is the distribution. Recently, the Buddha statue has been found in the Red Sea coast in Berenike, and these are the Roman coins found in Indian context. These are the places where we are having the Roman coins. And these are the type of amphoras, 3 to 4 type of amphoras in different periods. We are having the evidences, and this is the Roman coin in India, particularly in, Roman coins in India, particularly in the West Coast. And this is the, again, Roman amphoras from Hatab in Gujarat. And like Berenike, there is a site called Maya Hermos. During excavation, they found a jetty where the boats were anchoring, and this is the boat. The jetty is made of amphoras. And these are the, after excavation, they found so much broken and discarded amphoras. And when the ships were coming, they were unloading the amphoras from a ship. And as I told you earlier, that crossing the river Nile, that Sahara Desert, they were using the camels. Camels carrying amphoras. And these are the Indian textiles reported from Berenike. These are the some kind of that net. Earlier people used to carry cord, milk and everything, in the wooden bar, putting this kind of net. This has been reported from Berenike. And these are the Indian beads. And importantly, India was famous for spices. The spices in Berenike, they found in a pot, 7.55 grams, and those are peppercorn. This has been gone from India. And these are the spices. India was known for that since even today also. Whenever you go abroad, people of our relatives, they tell you that you bring thoda ilaichi ka 2 packet. Okay, these are the coins found in Berenike of Rashtra Sena of Khetrama period. And this is the agreement between the rulers of India and the king of Roman world, and agreement in Vienna. Here it mentions 2-3 things. One is the ivory. People say that Kerala ivory was very much strong. Friends, the ivory of India is a little bit brittle. Okay. So the Kerala ivory was, if the ivory of Kerala was important, Periplus of the Eregency would not have mentioned the ivory of Dosarini, which is in Odisha, was famous. This is the Sopetra at the entrance of the Red Sea port. Recently, in last couple of years, during excavations by the Russian and French scholars, they have found a boat, and they have found Trishula, that is Sayavajim, and they have found stupas. So that means it clearly shows that Indian mariners associated with Buddhism, they were involved, and in the maritime trade, that only that going was coming was not there, the favorable monsoon wind, even the wind of summer monsoon, which is known as trade winds, and in Odisha they celebrate Bali Yatra. You know that when the mariners were coming since the Harappan, now there is one important point is here. When we read the monsoon wind, 99% of Google, that's what yesterday I was telling, don't go to Britannica, that Wikipedia. Because Wikipedia is telling Hippolytus discovered monsoon wind in 45 AD. Friends, monsoon wind was known to our Harappan people. It is very well mentioned in our literature, and it is also known to the mariners of east and west coast of India. These Romans, they could not come directly. Prior to their coming, there are evidences that 150 BC or much before that, the Indian people were there in the Red Sea coast. They were there doing the business, and how Vasco da Gama took the help of that one Indian mariner. Some say it is he's a Kachi, some say he's a what African, some say he's a Saudi Arabian. Like that, these Roman people also took only 1 or 2 minutes, took the help of those Indian mariners, then they came. Secondly, now, as I was requesting to our Nagaraj ji, that we have to do the exploration. These are the basic your nature's impact, where these factors are destroying our archaeological remains. Unless until you survey and document and retrieve, after a few years or after a few decades, it will disappear. Like the super cyclone of Odisha in 2000. Okay, now. There is a port called Calcutta Patna on the bank of Kushabhadra in Odisha. Because of river erosion, the half of the port has gone. Similarly, in Bed Dwarka, this is early historical site, and this is your Trankovar area. This is also Innur, and this is Pumpuhar area. See, the people are collecting early Chola coins. So this has gone into the sea. Okay. These are the things where I have taken their support, help, publication things. Thank you and namaskar.